I'm here to be an all-time great.
You're now rocking with the best.
Purple and yellow, purple and yellow, purple and yellow, purple and yellow.
The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles.
Welcome to the Bigbabyjonathan Sports Podcast.
Oh, he's smoking hot.
The latest Laker news.
Another great Showtime feed.
The greatest Lakers show.
This is going to be legendary for a long time.
This is the Bigbabyjonathan Sports Podcast.
Lakers all day.
Go Lakers!
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Bigbabyjonathan here. Welcome to the latest edition of the Bigbabyjonathan Sports Podcast. And I got Corey from Out of Balance Sports Podcast. How's it going, man? Hope all is well with you and the family.
Yeah, everything's going good. Thank you for having me.
In today's show, we're going to talk about the breaking news about the NBA. They finally got the testing. You know, they're engaged in certain locations to get the testing. You know, I'm excited. You know, overall, I'm very excited. You see, I'll actually read it to you guys. It says, the NBA has informed its teams that it has engaged in discussion with several national corona testing providers, which will be a control component of any substance plan to restart the season. So for me, I look at it as we're trying to get testing for the players. So what are your thoughts about that?
I think it's good because, you know, like our new norm is going to be a little different moving forward lately anyway. So to have testing, you know, readily available, you know, kind of helps out. So we'll know who has it or who contracted this virus, so that we can hurry up and isolate that person and get them away from the other people so they won't infect anybody else. So having testing, having these different guidelines, different parameters, makes me feel a little bit more comfortable that they're going to be playing in a safe environment, because that's important. Even though we are anxious to get the season started, I really want everyone to be able to restart and be healthy and safe, because, you know, at the end of the day, these guys do have families that they have to go to. Yeah,
and it shows right. He also, Shams brings up NBA shorting it up. It's basically they're trying to get protocols through health officials and stuff. They're trying to get that. You know, I feel like if they're engaging, if they're in talking, then I think once we acquire it, I feel like that's when they're going to announce the season going to come. That's what I think. You know what I mean? But speaking of that, what's his name? Spencer Dinwiddie. It's because somebody asked NBA coming back June 24th or June 21st, and he says it's just practice. I heard those last 5 games at a bubble site start July 15th. So when I heard that, when basically Spencer Dinwiddie saying that those are just 5 games, you know, in the bubble site, I feel like they got information that the season's going to come back July 15th, you know? I feel like it is going to come back, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah, it is. I'm excited, really excited about the NBA coming back, and it's just crazy, you know, how when we first got through this whole pandemic thing, and everybody was like, oh, the season's over. I was like, let's have faith, pray, and everything's going to be all right. And starting each day, you know, each day it's starting to get closer and closer, man. Like, if I have a feeling it's going to be announced soon, man, just maybe tomorrow, like every day it's something new, you know what I mean? Because I'll be sending you guys in the Laker group channel, Instagram, about it, and it's just...
They're ramping up for sure.
Yeah, they're ramping up. And speaking of that, LeBron is going to practice facilities behind the scenes with his Laker teammates. He did that also before the season, you know, in Vegas, and got the chemistry going, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to it. So what are your thoughts about that, man?
Well, we already know that LeBron has probably been training this whole entire time. And the fact that he's been doing it, you know, probably that just goes to show that he has something up his sleeve. I think that we're going to see something different this second stretch. And I'm really excited to see like what kind of work they've been working on, what they've been putting in. You know, just before the season did stop, we saw that LeBron was extending his jumper. You know, he hit a 60-foot 3-pointer at one time, and I was really surprised that he pulled up and even attempted that in a live game. That even Frank Vogel didn't even I mean, he said, man, if it goes in, it goes in. So I was like, but we already know that like LeBron controls the team anyway. It was so. I mean, if he wants to pull up that shot, he's gonna pull up that shot.
Yeah, I feel that, man. I remember that game. He pulled up. I'm like, okay, I feel like the Lakers they're hungry for a title. You know what I mean? And you're starting to see Jarrett Deli say something about it. You know, he's saying that certain players are going to stay in the bubble at the site. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to when Adam Silver announces it, man, because once it comes back, I feel like a lot of people are going to be tuned in, and a lot of the media is going to be, or ESPN is going to make a lot of money because it's last time he played was March, I think 11th, I think, when the Lakers lost to Brooklyn, I think.
Yeah, they lost to Brooklyn. I do
Yeah, by 1
remember
point.
that.
Yeah, we got some people in the chat.
Now, are
What
they
up?
able to leave the bubble?
That's what Deli was talking about. Let me see. Brian has to probably work with the team. Yeah, he does want to win. Erod, I totally agree, man. I think LeBron's just tired of people just talking mess all the time, and I really feel like he's going. And we got people in the comments saying, "Is basketball coming back?" In Spencer Dinwiddie said July 15th. You know what I mean? So whatever. If he said July 15th, I feel like he got told that, or do you think that's just a roughly guess? You know what I mean? So what you think?
I feel like the players are excited, and I think Spencer Dinwiddie might have leaked something that was told to them in private.
Yeah.
So I think we can, I will say about 80% hang our hats on that because we're getting credible sources, telling us different dates and different time frames. So I'm thinking something along those lines, July. I think that'd be a good idea. Also, whenever you brought up the fact that they're going to be playing the 70 games, with them having 5 more games left, I think that's good for them to go ahead and tune up on. And then we go to the playoffs. I'm not a big fan of them going back right into the playoffs because we know that we have to see that these guys have game shape, what kind of basketball they've been into. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this thing shapes up as they start ramping this thing up for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. Because like, let's say we start the playoffs and we're out of rhythm, we're out of sync. You know what I mean? We have to get our rhythm back, or wind back, or conditioning back. And once we get it back, man, I feel like we're going to be to the playoffs, man. You know?
Yeah, I think that we, like I said before, several different podcasts, I think that we had all the momentum. I think we had the best chance to win. And I think that, like I said, this is going to be a very sentimental playoff run for us. Dealing with what we've been dealing with throughout the course of the season. We have to. It has to end in the championship because all the writing is on the wall for us to finally capture the 17th banner.
Yeah, man. Once we get to 17th banner, a lot of Laker fans are going to turn up. You know what I mean? We're going to turn up. You know what I mean? I'm going to drink my champagne, and then turn up, But yeah, man, I got to get into this. I screenshot it, and Shaq had an interesting talk or discussion. He said a lot of people always say, who's the greatest player in the game? Jordan, LeBron. I think you must respectfully add Kobe, the name in that conversation. So what is your thoughts about Shaq saying that?
I think that throughout the course of both of their careers, a lot of people put a lot of stock into them having beef, but that was at the end of the day, that was his brother. Like, you don't win championships with somebody and you don't like them or hate them. I have brothers of my own. We get into it all the time. We fought. And I think that Shaq has finally, came to the realization that this guy he played with was an all-time great, and that his name should be mentioned anytime you mention any of the greats in basketball, if not the greatest. I'm even willing to go as far as to say that. I feel like Kobe had a mentality like no other.
Yeah, he did, man. He, like I said, high standards. If you don't abide by those rules, you got to get to step in. But I agree with Shaq 100%. All I hear all week is LeBron, Jordan, LeBron, Jordan, LeBron, Jordan. Like, throw Kobe in that conversation, man. You guys have to. You know what I mean? Kobe has to. Kobe's arguably the best Laker of all time, in my opinion. He is. You know what I mean?
I think that what we started hearing his name a little bit more after he passed, and I really hate that because I've been saying it for years, and now people are finally starting to realize how great he really was. Even the people that didn't really like him is starting to say it now, which I've been preaching this for years. Like anytime anybody brings up something about basketball, anytime they talk about the all-time greats and they don't mention Kobe's name, I'm always there. What about Kobe? I told them about, some of his accomplishment. They were like, Kobe didn't do this. Kobe didn't. He only got one MVP. It just, I think that he should have had multiple MVPs. What are your thoughts on that? I think he should have had multiple MVPs.
I totally agree. He should have. Steve Nash never even got the MVP.
The two Steve Nash MVPs, the Dirk one, Dirk one.
Yep, Dirk one. Kobe should at least have 2 or 3 at best. You know what I mean? I feel like Kobe a lot of people don't like put him up there because they know what they do. I see a lot of fans or Kobe, like people that talk mess about Kobe. You bring up the whole Shaq. He ruined Shaq's career. Like I think that's why they're not putting him in the conversation because of that. That people that I know that bring up Kobe, they always say, "Oh, it's because he got Shaq traded and all that." Like you're gonna base that off of this? Come on, now you got to put Kobe in the conversation. He's arguably the best Laker of all time. He's basically Michael Jordan 2.0. I don't care what anybody says.
I think he took what Michael Jordan was doing and perfected it.
Yep.
Because I think that they said he was a carbon copy of Michael Jordan, but I feel like you have original version and then you have an updated version. I think that we can definitively say that Kobe was an upgraded version of Michael Jordan. Yep,
he is. And just his tenacity on the court, his hustle, the grit, just like overall his mentality. You know what I mean? But here's the thing I want to get into. Alex Caruso, we talked about on your podcast. He's the X factor for, I think, Caruso's the X factor, and we got to throw in Bradley X factor, and we got to throw in Dwight Howard. Those 3 people I think are the biggest X factors for us. You know what I mean? In my opinion. So who are your top 3 X factors for this Laker playoff run when they announce the season going to come back? So
definitely got to put Caruso up there, but you didn't mention one person. Now we really haven't seen it. Seen him like this season, but we've seen it before. I want to see if you know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say his name yet. I want you to think about a Laker that I could be talking about that turns up in the playoffs. We've seen it before.
Oh, Rondo.
Not Rondo, because I feel like Rondo will to come around, but it's one particular one that I'm trying to find that can catch fire and turn the playoff series upside down by itself.
I like shooting 3-pointers and stuff and everything. Danny Green. Yep.
Don't forget about Danny Green.
Yeah, Danny Green too, man. Last year with Toronto, he's hitting big time shots too in the finals and throughout that playoff run. Yeah.
We know Green. He can catch fire. Yeah. What do you do with the Spurs?
Yeah. He just going crazy, man. He's gonna hit big time shots. You know what I mean? He's gonna hit big time shots in the playoffs, man. I'm excited. Hopefully, when they announce the season,
he's won titles.
Yep, won titles, and I'm looking forward to it, man. But you see, we got people in the comments. What up, Big Baby J? What up? Yeah, they have to stay in shape. You know, what I mean, we have to get a rhythm going. And Dwight has been practicing boxing, staying in shape. You know what I mean? And he even said that he's going to do anything. The reason he came back was to win a championship, but his role is to do anything, get rebounds, block shots, run the floor. And Dwight Howard has been bringing energy in his second stint with the Lakers. Like sometimes our offense is down, but Dwight brings the energy. You know, we go on those 15-6 runs in the second half, you know, because Dwight coming in, blocking shots, Caruso coming in, even KCP once in a great while turns up. You know what I mean?
I don't really particularly like KCP.
You don't like KCP, even though he's been playing good defense, shooting that 3, been improving.
I just can't put my stock in the KCP. I think we should have gotten rid of him a long time ago. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
I know this. You know, he's wearing the purple and gold, but I am not a KCP fan at all.
Yeah, a lot of people are not because of that one. For me, a lot of people don't like him because he tried to take that game-winning shot and airball. Kobe had to leave. Kobe had to leave because of that.
Yeah, Kobe left. The GOAT walked out on you, man. And then mine goes back a little bit deeper. Like when Kobe retired, they got KCP, and he was the starting shooting guard, and I was like, you replace an all-time great with a bum.
Yeah, I understand, man. But who knows, man? He'll turn up in the playoffs. You know what I mean? He'll turn up. Shoot, if we can get a constant 3-pointer from him, 6 to 10 points in the playoffs is good. You know what I mean?
I think he's a LeBron James guy. That's why he's still on the team. I think he's a LeBron James guy.
Well, we got somebody that agrees with you, Corey. Let me see here.
Yeah, put that on there.
Hold on, let me see. Dang it, right here. Like her. Yeah, it's all good, man.
That's just my opinion, man.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of even my brother doesn't like KCP. He's a big time Laker. My cousin doesn't like KCP, but I like his defense. But
he doesn't.
He plays defense and shoots the mid-range 3 when he gets open. You know, sometimes he's inconsistent, but when he's there, when LeBron throws it to him, you know what I mean? I like his game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's tough defense, the hustle. You know, at first I was the same way, but I was like, no, let me give him a chance. And there was times where he shot big shots for us.
Man, he dumps the juice, man. Honestly,
yeah. It's all good, man. But what are your thoughts about the Paul Pierce all-time 5? Basically, he had all Celtics on there. You know,
I don't like Paul Pierce whatsoever.
He had Celtics and Lakers on. He left LeBron out of his top 5, and everybody's saying it. Oh, for me, when I saw that, that's just opinion. But Kendrick Perkins brought up a story on his podcast saying that Paul Pierce spit towards the Cleveland bench, and ever since then they don't like each other. Yeah, I understand. If someone spit towards me, I'm like, I don't want to mess with you, you know. And Kendrick Perkins love you like a brother, but come on, man, you got to put LeBron in. But now he said it again. It's personal now. You know what I mean? So what are your thoughts about that?
Well, you know, Kendrick Perkins is a big LeBron guy anyway. Like anytime somebody says something about LeBron, he always comes to bat for LeBron. Mm-hmm. But then you got him going against Paul Pierce, which he's won a championship with Paul Pierce. Mm-hmm. But we know Paul Pierce be saying certain things, and it just doesn't make any sense. He won that one title with Boston, and really, honestly, I look at his career like he wasn't a great to me. Like, like they probably gonna retire his jersey. They probably look at him as one of the big Celtics or whatever. But I'm not mentioning him with none of those guys like Parrish, Bird, McHale. Like I'm not mentioning him with those guys at all whatsoever. Like he won that one title. They caught fire when they got old, but like he just puts his foot in the mouth all the time.
Do you think if the Celtics didn't make that trade for Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, do you think Paul Pierce won't have a ring, huh? You don't think
Absolutely it would not.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. That's what I was thinking the same thing, man. Because like they got that trade and they won it that year, but we got revenge. But overall, man, when do you think, in your opinion, they're gonna announce the NBA season gonna come back?
I want to say, I think Monday.
Monday. I say Tuesday.
Memorial Day.
I say Tuesday because it's Memorial Day. Maybe Adam Silver's with his family and barbecuing, drinking some wine. You never know. So, but it wouldn't shock me if they announced it tomorrow morning. You know, because I'm
definitely gonna be locked in and paying attention.
Yeah, because it's like I said, it's every step, every sign, everybody's talking about. Even the Bucks owner, Milwaukee Bucks owner, wants the season to resume. 2 teams in Orlando and Vegas. I totally agree with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. It seems like we got all the buzz for it, so hopefully it turns out to be positive.
Yeah, I like it, and I just feel like the reason I feel like it's taking longer to announce than expected, I feel like Adam Silver's getting the information, getting it, boom. That because remember a couple months ago, Adam Silver was like, we need testing, we need to. Now they're engaged. You know, basically, if they get engaged and they acquire it, I feel like you're going to see players want to get tested just to be safe and all that. You know what I mean? And LA or San Diego starting to open up now. Like certain restaurants, you can go and sit down and eat. They just approved that for San Diego County, so that's good.
The most important thing, just put yourself in Adam Silver's position. He's the NBA commissioner, and he has to make sure that whatever he does is in the best interest of the NBA. What would it benefit him to restart the season at this point in the middle of a pandemic? We don't know where we're at right now. We're still seeing people dying. We're still seeing the numbers climb. But the NBA has lost billions of dollars just by the few months it's been closed. So I would be remiss to say that this is a money thing to get them restarted back for sure. But also, Adam Silver is probably one of the best commissioners I've seen, with the exception of David Stern. I think that he's going to do his due diligence. I think that he's going to make sure that it's completely safe for the players because that's his responsibility.
Yeah, man, that's responsibility. And Adam Silver, like, is a great commissioner. You know what I mean? He talks to the players, lets them have their opinion. You know what I mean? Just lets them, you know. I
That's
like
what I
that.
like about the NBA. I love that about the NBA because they, basically tell it like it is. It's for the players and by the players. I like that. It's not like the NFL at all.
Yeah, me too, man. But it's just crazy how, for me, key factor for the playoffs for me is Anthony Davis. He has to play center, go in the post, go to work.
Definitely, he's not like the big physical dominant, but he's like his footwork, what he can do, while he's at center, like it's phenomenal. Like there's not too many big men out there that move like he is. He's fast for a big man. Like I think he played point guard. I believe in middle school or high school or something like that. And
I think high school. Yeah, I gotta look up on it, but I think high school.
But you can still see those characteristics in the NBA because you can tell like he can pass, he can run the floor. He could just see that he had that background somewhere. He picked it up somewhere. He just got big, but I think that he possibly could play that position, but he fits so much better playing the 5.
I totally agree 100%. He's going to post, go to work, because when we played the Clippers, he was going off, dunking it from behind the head, and just that pull up mid range. It was unstoppable, blocking shots. If he can play like that in the playoffs with that 35, 15, 3 blocks, we're going undefeated in the playoffs. AD's that dominant with LeBron James, playoff LeBron. You know, I mean, LeBron's going to turn up in this playoffs. He's going to turn up.
What we need from LeBron, and I hate to say this, his whole game is to get other people involved. I'm gonna get my points, but also I want to try to get you going too. We need to see LeBron flip another switch. His whole entire career, he's been the facilitator, getting guys involved. But we need him to take over basketball games. We need him to be the alpha with Anthony Davis. Not like it's one alpha or whatever, because the days of winning a championship by yourself, like there's no more Kobe's, there's no more Michael Jordans out there. Like this is done by committee. Like him and Anthony Davis is going to have to score points. That's how the Cleveland won that championship that they won. Kyrie and LeBron, AD and LeBron, they're gonna have to, use that same mentality. I'm gonna get 30 this game, you get 40 this game. Like honestly, like because there's nobody on that roster that can name me anybody on that roster can get you 40 points. Other than AD and LeBron, name me one other player that's gonna get 40 points. That's just gonna go off like that.
Nobody, to be honest, because Kuzma has there's spurts. The Kuzma does it, but
we don't know what Kuzma gonna bring.
Yeah,
we don't even know what his color his hair gonna be when the game plays.
or next TikTok he gonna post. But like I feel like this is a question for you, or for if you wanna. What you think? Anthony Davis is going to be crucial in the playoffs. Who do you think will be the third guy to show up? And that's from NBA Lakers report. It's not Mike Trudell, so I wish it was.
Man, honestly, I want to say Kuzma. I really do. Like my mouth want to say Kyle Kuzma, but I just cannot. I can't say it. I cannot say it because I don't know what his focus is.
Yeah,
I don't know. He's never been in the playoffs, so I don't know.
Yeah, but Dwight 25 to 8. Dwight's capable of scoring at least 18 and 10, 3 blocks. He may have a good game. But that's the other thing people are not mentioning. Dion Waiters.
Dion Waiters hasn't even played not one game with the Lakers yet.
Yeah, well, if he plays, I feel like he'll get in rhythm. Frank Vogel's going to implement him in the rotation, and
he's going to
turn up.
I feel like it had to been something as the reason why they didn't play him right away because they put that Morris boy in there quick. Like
Yeah.
he got off the plane. And then the next day he was out there in the practice court, and then he was in the game,
Yeah.
and he stunk it up, but he was in there.
Yeah. Maybe,
But I'm trying to figure out what the problem was with waiters.
probably the conditioning and probably what happened in Miami. Probably just teach them a lesson. Like you're gonna sit for a minute, learn your lesson, and but hey, the young waiters can score anywhere from 18 to 20 points. I'll take it. You know, Kate, would you rather like? Let me ask you this: KCP or Deion Waiters in the playoffs? If you had to pick one to go play in the playoffs,
Definitely Deion Waiters. I can't stand KCP. I told you that.
yeah. Let me see. We got questions right here. Rondo's defense and Dwight Howard will be surprised to show up. He wants the ring bad. He made. Yeah, he did. Totally agree. Turn around and it's crazy, man. It's crazy how this Laker team came together. You know, with Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Vita Zubac, Larry Nash Jr. With that route, what we had, what would a title as a fan mean to you?
For this group,
Yes, for this Laker group right here.
a title for this team, I think we have to, due to all the circumstances, due to losing Kobe, due to the coronavirus situation, you know, affecting everything in sports. This title right here is definitely going to rank up there, man. Top five for sure. Like
Yep.
I'm like seriously, like if they able to overcome all of this, despite what has happened this whole entire year, that title is going to mean so much more than just about any other title the Lakers has ever won in their history.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. We just been crazy last 6 years down, and the whole Kobe thing. I understand like happened, pandemic, season stop, and come back and win it. I think that would be for LeBron tied with the 3-1 coming back in his
No
book.
playoffs. We haven't been to the playoffs whatsoever.
Yeah, that too. It's just crazy, man. How we were riding high, 49-14. This happens, but hey, like I said, you know, we got step each day. But if you had to pick in the Game 7 NBA Finals, who would you want to go to down the stretch? I'm gonna name you 3 players. KCP? No, I'm just kidding. Kobe, Michael Jordan, or LeBron. If you had to pick to win the game for you, down 1, who are you giving the ball to?
I'm not gonna say LeBron because he's probably gonna end up passing it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a knock because that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was to really, it just depends on the situation.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm a big time basketball fan. I'm a big Kobe fan.
Yeah.
But I have to be objective.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta go with the Mamba, man. I just feel like he's gonna make sure because he was smart. He was a smart basketball player.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, he was smart.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna live and die with 24.
I totally agree with you. You know, Game 7, give the ball top of the key. I'm going Kobe. You know, get out the way, ISO. If you're double teaming, he'll still shoot it. He don't care. You know,
Definitely.
but that's the thing though. If that's LeBron, he'll pass it to a Danny Green. You know why? Because he has that point guard's mentality as a player. You know.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just not his game. He's not that guy. I don't feel like I don't know. He don't have that killer mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and there's nothing wrong with it, you know, in a sense because other guys are getting involved and getting rotation, getting touches or whatever.
Yeah.
But when the game's on the line, and that's what separates Kobe and Michael Jordan from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had that dog in them. They had that methodical persona about them that has been unmatched by anybody in NBA. Like out of those two, you don't see nobody else like that. Like nobody else in the NBA in NBA history had that same mentality. Like name me one other player that even remind you close to those two. Nobody. You can't like
nobody,
you can't even. You have to like literally think on that.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the NBA now that their motor stays as warm as theirs did all the time. Like every time they was like they had high energy, they had this killing mentality. and they would take the last shot.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I totally agree with you. But you said like motor, like passion and energy and work ethic. People say Westbrook, but I don't see that. I just see the very passion on court, but I don't see that Kobe mentality from Westbrook. I just see very competitive player, and that's what I see.
I like the high energy
Yeah.
from Westbrook, but Westbrook is not a winner.
Yeah. I'm still a Westbrook fan, but I would always get into it with my friends about him. But there's times he takes ill-advised shots, but he's great at triple-double. But let me ask you this: I think we talked about this. I'm not sure if we did, but I'm bringing it up anyway. Pau Gasol said that Kobe could average a triple-double, if he was in today's NBA.
No,
You don't think he can?
that wasn't his game.
Yeah, it wasn't, man. He's a scorer. Like people always like say, "Oh, Kobe's a ball hog." He's like second in assists in Laker history.
Yeah, but still, like as far as him averaging triple double, that's not
Yeah.
gonna happen. Like it wasn't no teammates like that he trusted that much to delegate that much of the offense to.
Shout out to Daniel Artest for tuning in. Hey, Daniel, we gotta schedule something for you to come on the show, man.
Definitely got to get Daniel back on here.
Yeah. But I just want to thank Corey from Out of Bounds Sports Podcast for coming on. Go ahead and give out your social media so I can just link it in the description for y'all. So go ahead, Corey.
So if y'all on Twitter, make sure y'all follow Out of Bounds Sports Podcast on Twitter. I'm also on Instagram. Find me on Facebook. My podcast does stream live on Mondays and Fridays. I do try to make sure that I get at least 2 shows a week on my platform. Also, I have a newsletter. If you want to sign up for that, you can sign up through my Facebook. All you have to do is drop your email and also subscribe to that, and I can keep y'all updated on any shows that may be coming up.
All right, man. Yeah, man. Look, go subscribe to him. He has great content. Love the podcast each and every time you post, man. Appreciate it. We'll talk soon, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
But yeah, man.